Hi, Beach Bum Astrologer, back again. Victor Oliver. Yes, I'm on the beach of Lancing. The tide's out. A slight breeze, a bit cool, but as you see, I'm still in my summer clothes. Quick word today about a book that's hurtled up the bestseller charts in the wake of the Queen's death, Queen Elizabeth II's death. It's a book about Nostradamus's forecasts. It's called Nostradamus, the complete prophecies for the future. And it's gone up to the #1 slot. It's in the Sunday Times chart at the moment because it appears to forecast the Queen's death rather accurately, in that it was forecast that she would pass sometime in 2022 when she was 96, and King Charles would become king at 74. Well, he's in his 74th year, isn't he? 73 when she died. But we'll give Nostradamus that. The author of the book is called Mario Redding, or Reading. I'm not quite sure how he pronounced his name, but I'll say Redding. Apologies if I've got it wrong. He died in 2017. He's only aged 63, so he didn't get to see how remarkable his book proved to be in terms of forecasting the Queen's death. Now, I've actually gone to the trouble of reading this book, and it sort of worries me in a way. I'm not going to go into this in great detail. I've done a review for the Astrological Journal, which will be out soon. I'll go in greater detail. But essentially, Mario Redding applied his own system of interpretation to these strange verses that Nostradamus wrote. They're known to be cryptic. One's never quite sure what he's referring to or when. But Mario Redding claims to have worked out the time factor, even though I'm not persuaded by the little that I understand in his book. And one can't take away the fact that he got the prophecy right. That is remarkable in itself. But one way of judging his work is to actually look at some of his other prophecies. One of them, for example, goes to 2015, and the chapter's called Hillary Clinton. And apparently Nostradamus forecast that a masculine woman would become a thundering nuisance in the world as the Democratic candidate for the US presidency, or words to that effect. No forecast is made that she would become president, but it does give rise to the question, why would Nostradamus be talking about a masculine woman, presumably Hillary Clinton, certainly Mario Redding thinks she is, if she was not likely to become US president? No mention of Donald Trump, by the way, who I'd have thought is the more remarkable figure of the two in terms of the fact that he actually won the US election, became the 45th president. What could one say about this? I don't know. I mean, other forecasts have to do with the Twin Towers, and it's certainly true. There are certain verses in Nostradamus's work which could be applied to the Twin Towers. No question about it. But the truth of the matter is, most of the book, actually, none of us will be able to appraise because we won't live long enough. The stretch of the book starts at 2001 and ends in the year 7074, when supposedly humanity comes to its end. I think that's exceptionally optimistic of Nostradamus, if not Mario Redding. Here's my theory, and I just leave it to you because I don't know the answers here. Because I've never been a great fan of Nostradamus. I'm not a great fan of cryptic prophecies. But here's one idea to leave you with, that his verses could probably be applied to any time in history, past, present, or future, because they are so obscure. It's true, we can't get away from that remarkable forecast that Nostradamus supposedly made, but what if Mario Redding was the person who made the forecast? who became strangely clairvoyant by immersing himself in the curious work of Nostradamus. Because I don't actually see any real evidence in the verses that there's any reference to the Queen or to Prince Charles or King Charles as he now is. I mean, another forecast that Redding extracts from the verses is that King Charles will not reign for long, that he will abdicate in favour of William because he tires of criticism of his marriage to Camilla, or alternatively because of a constitutional crisis instigated by the Church of England. As I speak, I'm not aware of either potential crisis. If anything, if there is going to be a crisis, it'll be more to do with King Charles's interests, ecological interests, environmental interests, and I suspect that they will not go away. You know, he's not a man who's just going to surrender his interests because he's the king. But there you are. That's one way of testing Mario Redding's interpretations of Nostradamus. Let's see what King Charles does next. So far as I can see, he's going to get coronated sometime next year, and I'm not going to speculate about the length of his reign. I don't know the answer to that. But the chart that can be put up for the moment he became king is very interesting. He had a Ceres return, Ceres being the dwarf planet, celestial of cycle of loss and renewal, especially in relationships, in Leo, close to Charles's Pluto, tightly opposite Saturn and Moon in Aquarius, in Charles's 7th house, square, transiting Uranus. Astrologers will find that very interesting. I think we're in for a bit of a bumpy ride, just between you and me. So anyway, I'm not reviewing Mario Redding's work. I mean, it's worth reading. You can download it from Amazon if you like. It's quite cheap. It's certainly worth going through, and he may be onto something, who knows. But I still remain sceptical of Nostradamus, and there are loads of books out there claiming to be the original interpreters of the French seer's work. So that's it. Here we are. Look, it's a very calm evening. It's beautiful, isn't it? Wondering what to have for supper, whether I should have anything for supper. Look at the seagulls and the crows, carrion crows. It's beautiful. The sun shining over Worthing. Lovely to see you. Talk to you again.